our next little bit of backtracking takes us to my favorite planet, Rith Essa. Now that we have the blue key and the specialist magazine, we can do everything there is to do on this planet. Which is also why I came here with the Vela. I don't remember if I got the blue key with Juno yet or not. But regardless, we're here with Vela, and we can't do everything here without her. So I suppose it's easiest to bring her here. Also, as a side note, if you're looking to refill on pistol and machine gun ammo before you get here and fill up on your life, it's nice to stop off on Ichor, because they give you full refills on both those weapons and a full health Gemini in the very first room. Now, we've reached the point in the game where they're not really pulling any punches. They're just throwing drones at you, and these guys take a lot of hits. I mean a lot of hits. Also, be careful of the tribals, because there are a bunch of them scattered about in these rooms, some of which you may not notice are there until it's too late, so don't be too trigger-happy in this area. I made that mistake already. 7 minutes of my life wasted. Well, not exactly wasted. I learned what I shouldn't do. The funny thing was, as I was running through the area, I was saying exactly what not to do, and I did it, and look what happened. But I digress. It's also very easy at this point to just blaze through your ammunition and lose it too quickly, because there aren't many places later on that you can get ammo, if not off of other enemies. And they make it a little bit difficult sometimes. If you're in a room that has nothing but flying drones and no soldier drones, you're not going to get any ammo. So you need to play a little bit conservative, or at least know when to play conservative. Like in these rooms. And those things flew over me just so they could explode on top of me. I don't appreciate that, Mr. Flying Drone. Also, just before I started the recording, I checked my head counts for every character, and believe it or not, we're all in the low to mid 70s as far as heads go. Now that's all well and good, except we only unlock a cheat if we have 100 heads with one character. They don't add up between them. So even though we have more than 250 heads total, we still don't unlock the cheat. We need to get them all with one character. And I think since I've had to do this area twice, Vela's probably in the lead. You know what? I'm not really wasting time here. He's still there, isn't he? Yep. I love the tri-rockets. They're so powerful. You just need to pay extra attention in an area like this where you never know where the tribals are. You don't want to use an explosive and have a tribal around. That usually won't end well. And have you guys not explode on top of me. Thank you. And more of them! You know, I really wish I still had the strategy guide so I could call those things by their proper names. Now this is where I took my time and decided not to go after the tribals in here first. See, the problem with this room, it's fine. I mean, you'll have the flying drones fall down on top of the tribals. You do risk that. That wasn't really the main concern for me, because if I move around enough, they really don't bother them too much. It's just that I gave the soldier drones on the ground time to move in here. And the first place they ran, once they came down this hall, was into that room with the flying drones and the tribals. And they were the ones that killed the tribals, not the flying drones. So now, I'm going blind here. I don't know if there are any tribals in here. I'm assuming there aren't because there's a big dude. Stupid grenades. Okay, if you want to kill yourself, that's perfectly fine. I want to switch to machine gun to get some more machine gun ammo and get out of here! Okay, now that we have some machine gun ammo. I prefer to use tri-rockets. As long as I strafe out of the way of this guy's shots, he's not going to do anything to me. I said die! Could have come out of that a little bit better, but what are you going to do? You're dead, buddy. Sorry. It stinks. And now that we're through this area, we have the 2 tribals that we saw when we first came through here that we couldn't get. And a capacity expansion for the Shocker. I'm actually glad I came here with Vela, because I think she's the only one that has the Shocker. But now we get to run through the area that we've already seen, so I get to speed up again. Isn't that going to be fun, guys? Now that that's out of the way, we have 2 new areas to explore. The first one I'm going to take on is the area that, well, one of the 2 areas I pointed out in here that we couldn't get to before. Now, I'm not really sure why I'm going here first. No, it's not in the doghouse, although you get quite a lot of health in here. I'm assuming the dog that ate, Flopsy. Remember Flopsy? Yeah, I don't want to stick around here too long. She's not a very nice dog. There she is. I can't remember what she does to you if she eats you, but it's been a while. I just know that it hurts. Also, touching that furnace hurts. Well, how about we talk to this guy? It turns out this little fellow is running a tribal mine to get gems and stuff. But he's pretty lonely. So I say we give him the Specialist magazine. Yeah, I can't think about the things he would want with the Specialist magazine all on his own, but we'll leave him to his own business. And he gave us the key to the mine over here, which is an entirely new section for us to go to. Now, the mine is one of my personal favorite areas from when I was a kid, which is a little bit depressing, considering that, well, the guy that we just traded the magazine to is running a slave mine here with the tribals, and having them excavate gems. It's also got one of my favorite soundtracks in the game. I don't know what it's called, or it even has a name, but it's very peaceful, very quiet, calming, but it's also depressing, too. I think the reason I loved this area so much when I was younger was because it was so unusually peaceful and quiet. Now, there are a lot of tribals for you to find in here, but that's it. There aren't any enemies that'll kill you in here. What you do want to look for, and this is the only time I think I'm going to actually use the pistol for anything, there's a box over here. It's blocking a switch. We hit it, and that'll activate an elevator. I guess I activated it with the first shot. So now the elevator's going to move down, and we'll be able to progress further down into the mine. Or up into the mine. Whatever the case may be. I'm going to switch on to the flares. If I picked up fish food with Vela already, I would be using that. But since that's in Goldwood and we haven't backtracked to it yet, all I've got to make sure I don't kill anything are the flares. In case you forgot what the flares look like, yeah, that's what they look like. And they light areas for you that you couldn't normally see before. And there's the dude, and he's going to say we're doing a bang-up job. You know what? Let's talk to him anyway, just to get the text, if anybody's interested in what he says. Yeah, I think you can tell that he's got something else on his mind. Given the fact that he's running a tribal mine and we're trying to save them, and I assume he's getting money for all the gems he's mining up. But more on that when we delve deeper into his story, which isn't that much deeper, but we will have to if we want to get the next ship part. So, we're going to be doing that. You want to make sure you explore every last inch of the place. Some of these tribals can be pretty difficult to spot if you're not looking for them. And I believe this area, this is an elevator? Yes, it is, but we'll be back there shortly. Or I'll run in a circle, I don't know. Yeah, there's the guy that I always forget. You're always difficult to find. But there isn't... I mean, there's plenty to this area, but... I mean, what you see is what you get. It's a bit labyrinthian, but at the same time... if you keep track of where you've been, not too easy to get lost. Maybe when you have these long hallways it is, but... I'm going in here without so much of an idea of where I'm going. Now this... the one and only tribal pad. I don't know if Lupus or Juno can do this. I assume they can. But I've only ever done this with Vela, so... we transform ourselves into a tribal. Here's another thing. Is this a costume, or do they actually transform? I don't know, but we can still use our weapons as a tribal here, so... if that's your fancy, you want to see a tribal holding the tri-rocket launcher? There you go. Isn't it adorable? I wouldn't want to piss this thing off. But if you keep going, we'll eventually loop around to the room that we were in before. And you want to loop around, because we need to talk to that guy again. Isn't much more to say about this place, though. Hi, buddy. I wonder if he cares that I'm just abducting all of his slave workers. I doubt he'll even notice that he would even come down here to see what they're doing. That takes too much effort for him. I mean, I'd like to just quiet down and let you listen to the music. Maybe I'll do that after we get all the tribals and I'm just racing my way out of here. Now over here, we're going to have to loop back to this area as well. Down there is an elevator shaft. We need to have access to the jetpack in order to make full use of that, so I'll loop back around later. Because right now we have to work our way back to the room where the... what's his name? Magus? I don't think it is. Oh, who cares? I don't like the character. I don't need to remember what his name is. The big, brown, ant-looking dude that changed sides or something. There you are, buddy. Now, if we talk to him as a tribal, he's going to say something a little bit different. I'll leave this on screen for a little bit longer, because it shows you just how much of a jerk this guy really is. But he's stupid enough to think that we're actually a tribal, so he'll give us a ship part thinking that we're hiding it from the Jet Force team. Ah, lovable what's-his-face that I hate so much. But we have to work our way all the way back to the tribal pad, and then back to the elevator shaft I showed off, so we'll speed up for a little bit. You know, I think the reason why I like this area so much is just how different it is from the rest of the game. It's just a lot more peaceful. There isn't much to it. There aren't any enemies to find. And over here is an elevator. Now, what you want to be careful of is that this elevator will actually go down. And it actually goes down far enough that, if we take it all the way down, it leads us to a puddle of water. It also leads us to a fuel pad. Now, I forego that for now because I think there's stuff for us to find down here first. There are two ways for us to get back up, and from what I recall... oh, whatever, we'll figure it out. Now that I think about it, I think the area behind us is a dead end, and I'm just thinking about... I'm pretty sure this is the way we actually have to get back, so Maybe I came here a little prematurely, but if I did, we'll just speed back up there anyway. It's not like it matters too much. Now we have to head back into the room with the elevator shaft. And now that we're at the bottom of the shaft... Well, it does go a little bit lower than that. Actually, wait a minute. I sure hope that elevator is still at the bottom, because if it isn't, then we can't go back up. Is it... Did it... It didn't spawn back up there, did it? I sure hope it didn't. We'll find out, I guess. Make sure there are no tribals down here. Yeah. What you want to do is use this fuel pad to take you all the way up to the very top of the shaft. I don't think you need nearly this much, but they give you 100, don't they? 83. Okay. Well, let's see how high up we gotta go. Hopefully that thing is not in the way, and it is, and I have to... Okay, I went about this completely the wrong way. I'll be right back. Alright, let's go about this the proper way, shall we? Come in. Shoot the switch. Shoot the switch. It will go down. Then we go into the room beneath. Go into the room beneath, I said. Or not, that's totally fine. It's on the other side, I guess. Go into this room while the elevator is down. Use the fuel pad. Get all fueled up to 83. Why is it a max of 83? I have no idea. Why would the number 83 be even significant? I don't think you need more than like 30 in here. But now that we have full fuel, we can go all the way up the shaft. And that will bring us to the top, which actually leads us to another room to the left over here. That has... Well, that's 2 of the remaining 3 tribals. Is the third one up here somewhere? Bonus feature. Where is that last tribal? I could have sworn the last time I was in here I was only missing 1 tribal also, and I couldn't find it. Huh. Well then, I guess I have to go looking for it. I know it's not at the bottom of the shaft. Because I just checked there. Maybe it's in the room that I take the thing back up in. We'll see. But now we're at the bottom of the shaft, and you see there really isn't anything there. So let's just make our way out. Making sure there isn't anything in here, because we can use the fuel in here. But I'm pretty sure all of the tribals are on the ground. And I'm not going to go back the way we came, because I've already explored that area fully. It may be down the left path, where we branch off from the brown dude whose name I forget. We'll see. You can tell, it's really easy to get lost in this place. No one in here, right? Yeah, I already collected that tribal. So let's make sure we hit this thing. And hope we didn't skip anything, because if we did, I'm going to go on a wild goose chase looking for it. Oh well, I know it's not the one to the right. That one is very easy to miss, but I got him on my first run through this area. The only place I can think to explore is that area off to the left, and hopefully it's not too far away. Yeah, the only other place I can think to look is an area over to the right here. And there he is! Holy crap! The same place I forgot he was before. Well then, I suppose we can just head our way back then. Did I need to take the lift? Probably not, but I did anyway. Hi, Flopsy, how you doing?